1 o'clock, back in the shed, about to unmask the car. I'll go park it over behind my S14 over there, and then I'll drag the rest of this stuff in, get the side skirts primed, the rear bar primed, and then yeah, I'm just going to wet on wet that stuff and then basically set everything else up to be sprayed. And then yeah, that's the plan thus far. Keen to unwrap this thing and drive it out into the sun and see what it looks like. Okay, so side skirts and rear bar are done. Now I just need to do the, geez, look at all the paint in my beard. Just need to do the front guards and the front bar. I know it's done, it just thunderstormed hectic here, and lightning, I swear, struck the house. It wasn't a house, but it was like so loud. May or may not have pooed my pants slightly. No time for a shower yet though. Got to get this car painted, so yes, actually I just saw the mirrors too. Lucky I walked over here while I was filming that, because I would totally have been like, oh, it's done. Oh fuck, no it's not. So I just need to basically mix up some paint now, paint the front bar, paint the guards, then I'll move them to the side, hang the mirrors up, paint the mirrors, and then we're done. Yes. Side skirts are sitting here, rear bar, and I've got to get these done. Car's sitting over there. Hopefully the paint's hardened enough because it has been pissing down. So yes. Alright, let's mix up some paint and get these done. Front bar and guards are done. Rear bar, skirts. Have not done the mirrors. Can't be fucked doing the mirrors because I haven't sanded these parts of the mirrors. So what I am going to do is order some carbon mirror covers and literally just put mirror covers on them. Yeah, I'm at the point where I'm like, I can't be fucked, so here we are. Just going to do a clean up, wait for that, all that stuff to kind of flash off, and then I'm going to bring the 180, park it here, bring the S14 in here so they're off the road, and then I'm going to get my friend Rohab's S15 off the truck, because I've got to go down to Osaka to pick up my friend Jesse's car. Building a pretty cool sort of race car out of that thing, full stripped, seam welded, all the weight taken out of it, blah blah blah. So yeah, lots to do on that car. What time is it? It is, I think it's like 4:06. So yeah, thankfully the car is technically done. So by the time I unload that truck, head down to Osaka, have dinner with Jesse and Akemi and their kids, load the S13 up, come back, all this stuff should be dry and I can fit it to the car, and then I might go for a drive tonight just to test it out because I do have qualifying on Sunday, and I don't want to be driving it tomorrow night because I'm over not getting any sleep before events. So yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the day. You guys are up to date. I will touch base with you guys once the car's assembled. Hello, it's the next day. It is 1:16. Just walked outside. It's hot as shit in these sheds, but everything's dry, so we can start putting the car together. 180 is here. Rear bar, skirts, front fenders and front bar are in here. So I'll start piecing everything back together. I'm going to put the front guards on first, because I'd like to make underpanels for the front bar, side skirts and rear bar, and I do have some stuff here, some signboard to make some underpanels. So yeah, I'll put the front guards on first. And then I might change the bonnet. I'm not sure yet. I haven't really got a play of what I want to do, but the car's going back together today is the plan. So let's get the front guards on, those all bolted up, and then I might move the S14 out and then work out a good place where I can start cutting up some signboard. I've got too many freaking cars here at the moment. I need to kind of move everything out onto the, like my land over there, but that's like massively covered in grass at the moment. It means I need to sort of get my death blade whippersnipper out and cut all that down. but that's time and it's in the sun and I'm CBFing, so yeah, this is where we're at. Limited on space because there's cars everywhere and a place to park my cars, but can't be bothered cutting the grass so I can park my cars in the space to park my cars, so my joys. Let's get the guards on. That should give us a decent idea of how it looks just with the guards on it, which will be sick. And then let's get these under panels made for the rest of the kit and then get the kit on the car. Hello. I'm just leaving the shed now because I need to change some tyres and my tyre machine's still not working. What door is open? There we go. So I'm heading down to Toshi's now. I've asked him if I can use his tyre machine. He was like, yeah, come down and use it. Massive thank you to Toshi. I don't think Toshi watches any of my videos, but honestly, I would be fucked without that dude. He helps me so much in Japan. Super good vibes all the time. Always bringing the mood up. When I'm feeling down, I kind of am just like, I'm just going to go visit Toshi, and I always leave there with a smile on my face. So massive thank you to him. Even if he doesn't watch this, I'm sending the good energy out there to thank him for not only just being the person that he is, but always being so kind to me and always willing to help me out. So massive thank you to Toshi. I really appreciate you. But yeah, heading to Toshi's now, change these tyres, come back, and then I'll lay the skirts like flat down on top of the signboard that I have, and I will basically trace out how I'm going to cut these under panels up. So I'll do the skirts first because they're the easiest, and once I get the skirts done, once I get the skirt once I get the under panel traced out from where I want to cut it, I'll cut them out, and then I will basically like hold them against the skirt and drill straight through them in sort of 2 spots, in probably, I'm gonna say 4 different places, maybe 200 mil apart. And I'm gonna put 2 riv nuts in my side skirts, and then I'm going to maybe go to the home center while I'm out and get some Allen keys that are like countersunk, like a countersunk Allen key, and then I'll attempt to countersink the under panel so that the bolt's like not hanging down, because every time I've done this in the past, I've had the bolt kind of hanging down, and when it does that, as soon as it catches on something, it kind of rips either the bolt out, or it like pulls on the riv nut and rips out of the side skirt. So yeah, I don't think there's really any good way to mount them other than this, maybe. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to do. I'll go to Toshi's now, head back, do the skirts. I was thinking I might not even need to countersink it if I buy some like dome head Allen keys. That way it can't catch on anything. I might do that, save me a little bit of time. And then I'll do the rear bar next. And then the front bar is a little bit more difficult because I kind of need to mount the front bar on the car because of the way it flares out in the corners. And then once I've done that, I can kind of measure the front bar width side to side and then pull it back off, and then make the under panel for the front bar. I think under panels honestly set a car off just with that little bit of extra kind of flair. I've had my car with no under panels on it and literally just put under panels on it, and it changes the look of the car drastically. And then you can always get, you know, do cool things with painting them and stuff like that, which again just sort of sets a car above every other car that's there with just a kit on it. And you know, you want to stand out because you want to be cool, you want to be stylish. So yeah, under panels are a must for me. I don't have any on my S14 at the moment or on the 180. So once I do the 180, and this little sort of saga is over with the 180, I will do some for the S14 and also spend a little bit of time on the S14. I want to polish all the wheels, pull all the stickers off it, and do sort of more of a subtle look with it. Put underpanels on it, get purple kind of lights and everything for it, because I've been wanting to do that for years, never have. Paint my brake calipers purple, stuff like that. Yeah, I've literally got that. The car landed here, I've done nothing but basically just do skids in it, and then that's it, because the 180 has just caused me so much trouble. So yeah, it'd be good once, well, pending I don't kickflip the car tomorrow at Mayhem, which the possibility is there. I also don't have the roll cage installed in my 180, so I'm kind of like, oh, I should probably do that to save my life, but it's too hot, I can't be fucked. So I'll regret that when I'm a paraplegic and I'm like, should have probably just put the roll cage in my car. Now that I've said that, I'm like, I should probably actually put the roll cage in my car, so we'll see. Alright, let's go. Toshi's changed tyres. Sorry for the long rant. I'm driving, so I figured I'd just be talking. See you guys soon. Back from Toshi's, just set the rear bar on here and sort of marked out. You can see there's little dots. Don't know if you can actually see them. Yeah, there. I'm gonna cut that straight along there, and that'll be where that part of the front bar, rear bar is, along that line, and then over to that side. And I've got about 70 mil either side, and then at the back here I've got about 70 mil of stick outage. I'll have to trim these off, kind of like that, in a sort of more circular, because too square will look gay. So how I have done this in the past is just with a sharp razor blade, cut along that line that I've marked out, and then you can kind of just snap the back in, and it snaps off real clean. But I don't know if that'll be the same on this process. So yeah, I've never cut this stuff. I got this in a silver. It's got a protective lining on at the moment. If I peel that lining off, it'll be like a metallic-y silver. Hopefully that goes well with the car. I thought the back was black, but it's not. It's also silver. So yes, Ishwali, if I don't like the silver, because it'll just be silver. But it should look good with the car, hopefully. Make it stand out a little bit. Let's cut this up. Then we'll stand the rear bar up, kind of like how it's standing now, but maybe on a little bit more of a flat surface. And then we'll drill all our holes. It'll go through the signboard. I'm probably going to do like 2 there, maybe 2 there, just next to where the muffler goes through. 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there, 2 there. That's a lot of 2s. It's a lot of things. But yes, I'll do that. And then that way I know where all the holes are. All the holes will be drilled in this, and then all the holes will be drilled in that, and then I can just add all my riv nuts, and then I can literally just bolt it on. So hopefully I've got enough riv nuts. How much I'm going to need? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. Shit. And I'll need a fair few more for the skirts and the front. Jeez, I'm going to need like 60 riv nuts. Hopefully I've got enough. Alright, let's start cutting it up. Just trimmed that under panel up, and I've just sat it on there, measured side to side at the bottom down there, that gap, and then that gap. It's like 63 mil either side, and then I've just stood it up straight so that that's flush against it, and yeah, just tech screwed it on so I can get a good idea. I've got some idea of what it's going to look like. Along those lines, I'll try to basically measure the distance in there, and then maybe try and keep that distance all the way around. I might leave this back section like a little bit wider, but like I might taper it out, but yeah, we'll see how we go. If I have this too wide at the bottom, because I've only got factory guards, it might look a bit stupid because the car's not wide, and then the bottom of the car will flare out. So I might need to keep that nice and small so that it doesn't make the back of the car look stupid. But yes, now it's tech screwed on. I'm going to stand it back up, leave the, remove one tech screw at a time, and then drill a hole all the way through it. And then, yeah, then I'll know where all my riv nuts and whatnot need to be. And then we can riv nut the bar, and then drill the holes out for, actually we won't need to drill the holes out bigger, because I'll just drill a 6mm hole where all these tech screws are, so that way we can just put an M6 straight in it. And then I think for a M6 riv nut it needs to be a 9mm hole. We'll need to confirm that, but yeah. This is where we're at. Hey. Stick this back up so it's flush. Yep. Alright, let's get to drilling. Alright, it's on now. I've just got it secured. I've done all the riv nuts, so you guys can see. If you guys don't know what riv nuts are, they're like a pop rivet with a thread inside. And if this is new to you, your mind's going to be blown, because I can remember the first time I was like, what is that? It's kind of like that, what are those? But, you know, with riv nuts, not shoes. But yeah, anyway, I've marked this 70mm all the way around. So you can see all my little dots. So I'm going to trace as best I can, freehand, along that 70mm line all the way around. And I'm going to get the blade out, cut all the way around that, and then snap all that off. And then on the inside here, I'm literally just going to cut along the inside of the bar and remove that. You could leave the whole thing on, but it's quite heavy, and it's also really annoying where the exhaust comes through, because the exhaust is never like up, like the height of that, it always hangs down more. So yeah, realistically just going to cut along that ridge of that, and then snap that out. And then once that's done, I'll put the rest of the bolts in it, and then we can put the rear bar on and see what it looks like. This is a little bit of a time consuming process, guys, but you can buy pre-made underpanels, but when I have looked, I'm a pretty time rich person when I'm in Japan. Not when I'm in Australia, but when I'm in Japan I've got plenty of time on my hands, and if I can save money I will, because I don't earn much money here at all. That's why I always have to go back to Australia to work my ass off. So yes, let's get to cutting. DUN was a mission. The rear bar and the front bar are usually the cunny ones. The side skirts are super easy. So we'll do the skirts next because they're easier. And now I'm going to have to try sit this on the car and see if the muffler fits through that hole, which I doubt it's going to. And if it's not, I have no idea what I'm going to do. I might just cut, like, I will do this along that line there and just leave this dick at the end. I'm not sure. I think might look a bit weird if I just cut like it off there, and then there's just a gaping wound in the middle. So let's try fit it on, see if it fits. Oh yeah. And then we'll go from there. Rear bar's done. I had to cut the center out, unfortunately, but I've rounded off the edges, so it looks kind of tidy. Happy with that. Just doing the front bar now. This time I figured I'd show you guys. I didn't cut it. The last time I tried to cut it with the razor blade, it ended up real floppy cock. And then I tried to take over with the like an air hacksaw, this Johnny. But that was also a bit shit. So this time I've done this with the grinder, and it's looking probably the straightest of all of them. So grinder was what I would recommend. Let's get this mounted on the front bar, put all our riv nuts in, and then trim under the front bar, and then let's do the skirts, and then we're going to start loading up. It's getting late. It's 8:50, and I really want to try and get some good sleep tonight. This will be the first time I've had some good sleep before a track day in years. So yeah, I'm going to finish this front bar, finish the skirts, just do a quick check over everything. Hope to get to bed by 10 o'clock, which is in an hour. I'll really push to make that happen, because I need to wake up at roughly 4 o'clock to leave by 4:30, because it's going to take me, sorry about that. It's going to take me 2 hours to get there, and the driver's briefing is at 7:15, and you need to be there for the driver's briefing. So yep, that's where we're at. Yeah, I'd like to get some good sleep so I can be on point for driving tomorrow, because the whole reason I've even come back to this disgusting heat is purely for qualifying. So yeah, let's get this done. Let's have a shower, eat some food, go to sleep, wake up, head to Mayhan. Well, it's 10 o'clock. I had to cut the front bar mount up off my other front bar that was cooked and re-drill all new holes for that, mount that to this front bar, then mount the front bar on the car, make sure everything fit, then mount the under panel to it. So I am going to leave the under panel fully complete on this one, because it'll help to just sort of duct air directly into the cooler, which will be sick, and also onto the bottom of the sump, which will hopefully help with cooling some things. Not that I'm driving straight much. But yes, let's bolt this front bar on. Side skirt should be a lot quicker. New ETA for bedtime 11. Really got to hustle. I am not keen on not much sleep, especially before a huge day tomorrow. It's going to be disgustingly hot as well, so let's keep chipping away. DUNE. Looks fucking sick. I'm stoked. Needs to go down like 50 mil in the rear and maybe like 20 mil in the front, and then it will be gangster. It is 16 past 11. I still have to put my mirrors on, still got to put the door cards back on, little bits and pieces on the car, and then pack it. So at this stage we're not getting to bed now until 12 o'clock. Not keen on this pushing, but hopefully it'll be a bit more organised moving forward. Stockhead. Alright, let's pack and go to sleep. Alright, I've just jumped into bed. I've just set my alarm 3 hours 30 minutes before I need to wake up. It is 12:54 in the morning. RIP. Should not have done those under panels. I would have gotten to bed at a decent hour, but at least the car looks cool. I'm going to end this one here, and I will pick this back up with my video of Mayhan tomorrow when I need to wake up in 3 hours. Hope you guys have enjoyed this adventure. It's been a bit of a mission getting everything done, but I'm stoked. Car looks sick, needs a good cut and buff. Want to do a whole bunch of things more to it style wise to make it cool. Lots of carbon stuff, but yes, at the moment, let's go do some skids tomorrow. Hope everyone's well. Talk to you guys soon.